Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of December 6th. I'm a bit under the weather if you can hear it on my voice, so I'm going to try to keep this a little bit short. Uh, Obviously, no Mythic Plus affixes this week because, Mythic Plus isn't starting until next week with the raid. So this week, again, do your Mythic Zeros. You can, if you're not high end or whatever, you can still do your heroic dungeons, your world quest, your rares, all that kind of stuff. There's all kinds of stuff to do, and it's up to you if you want to participate in it or not. We do have the Dark Moon Fair going on this week. The Dark Moon Fair, I actually just did a video about this. Very nice update by the WoW dev team. You can actually get your profession knowledge up every month. It'll be for the whole expansion, right? So you can actually get your profession knowledge up by going to the Dark Moon Fair and doing your profession quests there. It's 3 knowledge and 2 skill points. So you can head there and do that. And that'll probably be there next month as well. And the next month and next month. If you need to get more knowledge, it's just like a free knowledge that you should probably go get. We also have the Wanderers Festival. I've never done this before. I don't know if it's new. But this is just some little mini holiday event thing in the Mists of Pandaria expansion. For some reason, the name is escaping me. It's in the Karasang Wilds, but I can't remember what their continent's called for some reason. Karasang Wilds, so that's on Wednesday. You can try that out if you like. I probably won't be there doing that one. Maybe I will. Wednesday's a day where I have some time, so maybe I'll check it out. But definitely no promises on that one. And other than that, there's nothing really event wise. There's a PvP brawl, Deep 6. So you can, farm honor that way, right? Which can be useful at the beginning of an expansion or on your alts or whatever. Really easy to make alts in this expansion. And yeah, so other than that, for this week, like I said, you can be once again do your mythic zeros. You can level alts. You can be farming renown. There's all kinds of little things that you can be farming if you really want to. Whether that's like the soup event for the Tuskar, you could be farming the Rathian Sabelon rep. That's in the Waking Shores on the western side there. You can farm that out. It's a very big grind, and the reward isn't that great, considering once actual content comes out, it's going to be delegitimized. So, but you can do that stuff if you want to. It's available for you to do. You don't have to do it. It's not going to make a huge difference because of the raid release schedule and the season schedule. But you can do it if you want to. And that's kind of what I love. That's how I like World of Warcraft to be, where I have tons of things I can do, but I don't have to do them. I don't feel like I need to do them. Much like the opposite of Mists of Pandaria for me, there was tons of stuff to do in Mists of Pandaria, but I felt like I needed to do like 90% of it. Whereas on this, I actually feel like I need to do, just the basics, really. More like a weekly type thing, right? If I do the weekly stuff, I kind of feel fine. I'm doing more than that because that's the kind of player I am. But I don't really feel bad that I'm behind people that are farming it a ton, right? Because as soon as Mythic Plus comes out, everyone's going to be equalized that wants to be equalized, essentially. So, again, not a huge deal. I'm having a ton of fun. I know my guild is having a ton of fun. So far, this expansion has been great. One of the best expansions ever so far. Obviously, raid tier, Mythic Plus season, and then PvP perception. Those things are going to shape it a lot more. That ends up, sticking in people's minds, especially the first raid tier, right? Like Natharu was pretty good. And so if the second raid tier in Shadowlands would have actually been pretty good, and like Korthia and Sanctum wouldn't have been bad and the lawsuits didn't happen, I think even Shadowlands could have had a little bit different of a feel to it. But because the second raid tier was not that good, and the second patch was just not that, or the first patch was just not that good, and stuff like that, I think that makes a big difference. So we'll see how the season actually goes, but the actual core, the base of the expansion is actually quite good. Real quick on Retribution Paladin stuff. I know a lot of Retribution Paladins are my subscribers. Appreciate you guys so much. I have been getting back to work on that. As of now, I do have a few minor disagreements with the theory crafters on some things. I'm hoping maybe they change their minds or I change my mind. I don't really want to, go against, the known things or whatever, the things that people are putting hours and hundreds of hours of work into, because frankly I have not been able to put that much work into it with my own family situation going on. So yeah, I pretty much stand by the things that I think as of now, but I'll be working on it more. And the Ret Paladin guide will come out like normal, either during the first raid week or after the first raid week. And that's to allow for tuning fixes, and that's to allow for actual data collection in game that's not just theory crafted. I will be doing a Ret Paladin video this week about where I think things are kind of headed and what I think about some of the theory crafted stuff. Not that it's bad. The theory crafted stuff is not bad, to be clear, right? It's I just think that there's other builds that are very comparable that are more fun and easier to play, is what I would say there. And I'll talk about that in the video. The last thing I want to talk about here is a final update on the situation with my mom. If you follow the channel, you know that she's been going through it. These past few weeks have been really, really rough. My mom did end up passing away. And, we've already done the funeral service, and I gave her eulogy. And, life will begin to get back to normal now for me. We still have to settle her estate and all those kind of things. If you've lost a loved one, all that stuff can be quite annoying at the end as well. But, yeah, I'll be, working on that and dealing with that. But slowly things will be coming back to normal on the channel. Probably won't be like 2 videos a week. It'll be back to 3 plus, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, frankly. So could be 4 or 5, whatever, at some point here in the near future. So thank you all for your patience. Especially thank everyone for the kind words. So many nice things have been said. I really appreciate that a lot, guys. And, to anyone else who's gone through this or going through this or will go through this, know that whether it's in the future, whether it's right now, whether it's in the past, whatever, my heart's with you as well, because it's definitely a rough time. So definitely around the holiday time, tell your family you love them. Try not to hold on to any grudges if you can help it, and all that kind of stuff. All of those stereotypes, or whatever you want to call them, they're all true. So definitely care about your loved ones. Okay, so that's it for this one, guys. Again, that'll be the last PSA about it. I don't want to be like a preacher to you or anything, but yeah, that's it for this one. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody have a good one.